Okay, here we go on Stephen King, The Wastelands. This is, I believe, book three. Sorry, I need to look here and cheat. Yeah, it's book three. This is the signed limited edition uh, of signed by the author and the artist. And you can see the sticker there of number 180. I think that sticker is actually put on there by Grant Publishers because my whole set, so I got a whole matching set of number 180. The entire set has this little sticker on there. It's kind of been hard to keep those intact because they're just a regular sticker and they kind of are drying out. So it's been hard to keep that on there. But this one comes in just a basic slipcase. Some of the other versions of the later ones have some really fancy bookcases. This one has just a standard kind of a cloth bookcase. Let's get this bad boy out. And again, taking these out is kind of hard. The nice thing about this version here is that it has a mylar cover on it. Some of them just have straight paper. So any of you professionals out there, if you got any tips on how to enclose that in the mylar covering, that would be greatly appreciated to help protect it. This one, as you can see up here, that's the weak spot on these. As you're sliding them in, often that top part will hit and bend, but with this mylar covering, it doesn't seem to have as much issue with that. So let's get this cover off. Again, these covers are the most delicate part of the entire book. The covers from the first editions are very rare, or excuse me, very valuable. Probably partly because they are so easy to ruin. But here is the full cover of the Wastelands. I still looking at this for the first time. It looks like that's the boy falling into the maw there. I've never actually really looked at the cover on this. So let's take a look at this. And on the cover, it's got trade edition for $35. And the inserts. Here is the book. This one actually has some drawings on the front. Some of them just have a plain cover, but this one has the Wastelands Book 3. So let's take a look at the inside. So it's got some good drawings in there. And let's get to the special page. This is where the money hits the road. So there we have it. Signed number 180 by Stephen King himself and Neil Dameron. This one, as like I said before, these more middle editions have straight just one color on the signatures. I do wish they had multiple colors on them because it would make it a little bit more defining. Also, it'd help with forgeries, but unfortunately, these are just a flat cover. Now let's look here on the dedication page and then look at there. So, first edition. First edition, printed in 1991. Now let's go through some of the photos in here. And as I've said with the other books, I try to be really careful to not open these up. I don't want that cover. See how this has got a nice straight line on it? I want to keep that, with hardback versions. If you read the book, they'll start to curve. So I remember this one in the book. Now that I'm seeing these pictures, I haven't seen these I don't think I've ever seen them color like this because as a kid, everything I had was just the cheap paperback versions. So let's see. I do remember, it seems like if this was like a robot bear, for some reason that really stands out in my mind. Getting Jake. Now let's see here. This book, I think, has quite a few pictures in it. Everybody likes a picture book. Okay, cool. This one's got some. Oh yeah, this is there's Roland with that lady with no legs. I should look that up more. Shooting. Yeah, I remember. I got to reread these. I haven't read these in a long time, but I remember I really loved this one. The first two were just great. There's some imagery of the Dark Tower again. Roland is always chasing the Dark Tower. Stephen King's always chasing that next novel, and he gets there and he's finished, and he's just got to start all over again. There's the poppy field. Sorry if I don't open these very much. I'm really careful. Once I feel the binding, the spine resisting me at all, I stop. I want to keep these pristine. And man, if anybody in the future ever reads this book, you're doing everybody a disservice. We want to keep this one perfect. Again, I think this is a reference back to the first book, Stephen King. I wonder if this is kind of an analogy of him at the beginning just kind of screwing up on books, and some of them had to be thrown away. And I just always wonder if that's what Stephen King's trying to say, because it seems like the Dark Tower series is him trying to kind of talk about maybe his writing process. There's another full page one, beautiful colors in there. I'm planning to get some photos online that I can show you more, but I don't want to. There's the kid with the zombie on there. But I don't want to open these up so you can see it all the way, because it just, like I said, it would just get get that binding. We don't want to bend that binding, the spine of the book at all. Here's another full one. I think this is supposed to be Roland's home with all the sci-fi, or is this the intro? I can't remember if this is is this the one with the train? Sorry, I should be better at reading these. So please correct me if I'm wrong. Some cool prehistoric stuff. Some weird stuff happens in Roland's world. And sure, it's a reference to good old Stephen King. And again, there's the back there. Okay. So there we go. Let's get this back in the cover. This is always the hardest part, to get these in here without causing any damage. And let's see here. Close that up. Like I've said before, getting these in the slip case is always a little bit tricky. I try to be careful. I don't want those edges to get caught in there. Boy, this one's a tight one. Some of the other editions are a little bit thinner. So there you go.